Okay, we showed you the last time how to get an article started. Here we want to show you how to build it out. And when we're doing the history, one of the things we can use to build it out is gaps in ownership. These leave questions for us. Who published it after Leo Owens? We don't know. If we can't find out, we can just write around it as I'm doing here. Uh, 2 years after selling it, not saying to whom, but who did the Press Enterprise Company buy it from? So we do a search on Press Enterprise Company. We're sort of leapfrogging back here. And what we're going to find is that um, they purchased it in 1989. And there's a bunch of other information here. It's owned by the Hayes family, et cetera, et cetera. Let's first put this in the article. Let's put in the article that the purchase date of the Herald News was 1989, right? So let's add that. I always forget by the time of the Herald. That's not quite right. I'll go back and fix it. I keep saying the Herald here. I should be saying the Herald News. Plenty of time to go back and fix that. In this case, we're going to say it was bought by the Press Enterprise Co. in 1989 from who? It is bought from the Buckner News Alliance. And so we keep leapfrogging back. Now we know the Buckner News Alliance was the previous owner. So let's go look for the Buckner News Alliance. And if we can find the Buckner News Alliance with the Fontana Herald, so here's a press release. We probably wouldn't use a press release, but we might find out something. Nothing really here we can use. They own a lot of papers all over the country. So we might look and see just Fontana Buckner News Alliance, see if sometimes you want to make your search terms a little less specific, and it's just finds more. And okay, we found here a longtime publisher of the Fontana Herald News. Stepped down in 1985 to go on a bicycle adventure. Awesome. So we're going to take that. And again, I tend to, when I title these clips, I tend to like to use the actual headline. It allows me to, when I do the actual citation, it just allows an easier time plugging in that citation. But here we title it, we clip it, and then we cite it, right? So you see what's going on here. We're leapfrogging back, right? We are slowly finding the previous publisher and then finding who sold it to them and then going back. Now let's try a more general search after we add this fact to our article. By the way, we might take out this fact about Riggs later. We're just trying to get it in place here so that when we do a more literary pass on the article, we have stuff to work with. Let's try just Buckner. Let's try Buckner and Fontana Herald. It might pick up some stuff that we didn't pick up before. And I think right here we find it does, right? Find this article here. It's another one on Riggs, but there's a little piece of this that says Herald News was bought in 1967 by the Buckner News Alliance. And so here we go. We've closed the gap all the way back to 1967. Now we can go further than that, but this is the idea. Smaller pieces.